Welcome to the Piano Keys. I'm so glad that you're here. This is part one of my Slay Your Trills video series. So I find that my students really need a lot of help playing trills. Trills are basically when you go back and forth quickly between two notes. And what tends to happen is people think they have to go very fast, so they make their muscles tight and they try to play and they realize that it just doesn't work. So I decided to help you, to give you an exercise that you can start with to really teach your fingers how to go back and forth between two notes and to stay relaxed at the same time. So you have to have some muscle tone, but you can also be relaxed. That might sound like a contradiction, like how do I use my muscles while being relaxed? You do it all the time. You might be doing right now by sitting or standing. So when you're standing, you're not like tensing yourself up, right? But you're also not falling over because you know how to maintain some sort of muscle tone to not overdo it and get very tight, but not to underdo it and just kind of slump to the floor. You already know how to do that in your body. When you were a baby and you didn't know how to sit up yet, you didn't know how to get that sort of coordination going, or if you didn't know how to stand or to walk. So you've already learned, your body has already learned how to get that balance between enough tension and not too much tension so that you can physically do things that you need to do. So now the next step is to apply it to your fingers. Okay, if you're practicing this exercise and you feel pain or you notice that you can't move your fingers, then you're playing too tight. And the tightness might be in your wrist, might be in your hand, it could be in your shoulder. You might be playing, like that. Don't. You want your shoulders low and relaxed. It might be in your neck, it might be in your back. So you want to be relaxed as possible. And what we're doing is practicing going between two fingers and just kind of like toggling back and forth, like you're turning a little doorknob. So it's not just fingers that are doing the work, it's also kind of the forearm, okay? I start these exercises really slow, and I do them for both hands. Even though your left hand may never play a trill, that's okay. It's still a really good idea to practice technique for both hands, especially if you're right hand dominant. So your left hand will probably feel a little more awkward playing these exercises. Then you just need to work on them a little bit more with your left hand. I've been playing for a long time, so I can go very fast playing these trills and not have my hand tighten up on me. If you have been playing for not that long or playing for a long time but you feel like your technique's still kind of not there, stay in the slower sections of this exercise. Repeat them every day. You don't have to do them a lot, but just, a couple of minutes every day really adds up. When you're ready, then start going faster, okay? So don't feel like you have to do it all at once, and if you can't do it all at once, then you suck. That's not what it means. So everybody has their own level that they're at right now. I don't know what your level is, so if you ask me how fast should I play this, I really can't answer you. Only you know. So play as slow as you need to stay relaxed and be able to do the exercise, and push yourself to go a little bit faster when you feel ready. Okay, so if you want to do the first exercise in my Slay Your Trills video series, then keep watching. What we're going to do is work on a slight rotation of the wrist, like this, side to side. Imagine if you were turning a tiny little doorknob, okay? That's how much the movement is. And while that's happening, the fingers are also working. In order to get that coordination, we're going to go really slow in the beginning and then a little bit faster. So we're going to start on middle C. You can start anywhere. You can start on high C, wherever you want. I'm starting on middle C. And I'm going to play first finger on C and then second finger on D. And I'm going to go back and forth 8 times like this. See my wrist? So just to show you the wrong way to do it. You see how I'm keeping my wrist really stiff and making claws out of my hand. Making a claw out of my hand. So we don't want that. We want a nice round finger without curling in. You cannot play a trill with a flat finger, it just doesn't work. So basically you're playing with the underside of where your nail ends. So if you have long nails, you can't really do this exercise properly. It would be like wearing high heels to go running. You can do it, but you really shouldn't. Okay, so anyway, the thumb plays kind of on the corner of where your nail is. So we want to stay loose with our fingers while also moving them. I know that sounds maybe a little bit contradictory, but again, if we can think about running, when you run, your legs and feet and everything have to have some kind of muscle involvement, right? Otherwise you would just fall to the ground. But at the same time, if you stiffen your legs, you really can't run. So you already know how to get this balance between like muscle tone and muscle relaxation. You just have to apply it to your hand, okay? The best way to get it is to practice, but to practice with mindfulness. So don't just do it like this and say, well, I tried, it doesn't work. Okay, so while you're playing, you want to start thinking about, okay, where am I holding tension? Let me see if I can let that go. And it will happen, slowly, little by little. It does not happen immediately. So if you feel like you can do it slow but not faster, that's fine. Stay slow for a really long time until your muscles and your hand and your brain and all your coordination starts to work. There's really no hurry, and trying to force it to advance quickly really is counterproductive. Okay, so basically be mindful, pay attention to what it feels like, and be patient while setting goals. Okay, so I'm going to start again. First finger and second finger kind of toggling back and forth. You want to play one finger, and then when the next one plays, the previous one has to let go. Because a trill is a very fast toggling between two notes. So if you don't let go, guess what? You can't play a trill. So while you're practicing slowly, you have to practice the letting go. Exactly like walking. When you put one foot down, then the next one goes down, and if you want to keep going forward, the first foot has to lift, right? So think about walking from one finger to the next. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now hold that second finger down on D, and we're going to toggle or switch between third finger on E and second finger on D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice while I'm doing that, my thumb isn't curving up or going under or doing anything weird. It's just kind of hanging out there. See? Okay? Now, we're going to go back and forth between fingers 3 and 4 on E and F. Now, fourth finger is the weak finger for every single person. So just know that going in, that it's not going to feel the same as your other fingers. So E, third finger, F, fourth finger. That's 1, 2, 3. See, I'm still doing a slight rotation in my wrist. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we have to talk about that pinky. So the fifth finger is a tiny little finger, and you'll have to maybe turn your wrist a little bit more so that you can accommodate for the difference in length between fifth finger and fourth finger. 1, 2, keeping your thumb as relaxed as possible. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to do all that going back. So let's start with fifth finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, back to third finger and fourth finger. 1, 2, 3, allowing your wrist to move to accommodate for the different sizes of fingers. 7, 8. Now, third finger and second finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then first finger and second finger. 1, 2. Are you keeping your fingers around? 3, 4, 5. Don't make claws. 6, 7, 8. And that's the exercise. That might be all you can do today. Maybe you're a little tired. If you have any sort of sharp pain, stop. Okay, you're doing something that's tightening you up somewhere, and you don't want to play through the pain. Okay, that's not a good idea. If you're feeling a little bit tired, a little sore, that's probably okay. You're not used to maybe doing this. It's just like exercising. You know when there's a sharp pain that you stop. But if there's kind of like a tiredness, you take a little break and you go on maybe the next day. Depends on where you are in your technique. I have no way of advising you how many of these you should do because I don't know you. And you'll have to really kind of take stock of your body. Does it hurt? Am I tired? Can I be more relaxed? And so on. Now I'm going to do that with a lot less talking and a little bit faster. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to do that again, starting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shake out your hand a little bit, relax, go have some water, whatever you want to do. When you're ready, it might even be tomorrow or the next day, we're going to go faster. So here we go. 1, 2. When you're ready, join me in the next one, which is even faster. Here we go. So notice that when I go fast especially, I can't actually come up above the keys. I don't have time. I keep my fingers in contact with the keys without having them down. So basically, if you can feel the smoothness of the key under your finger, you're good. But if you feel like you're pressing it down and holding it there, don't do that. So you're just touching the key. I'm going to go faster now. When you're ready, you can join me. Here we go. Now I'm going to go even faster. You may not be ready for this. It's okay. It takes lots of practice to have control over what you're doing at the piano. I keep saying that because I keep having to say that. People tell me, I can't do it, or how do you do it so easily? Come on, guys, I've been playing my whole life. It might look like it's coming easily, but it came at the price of many, many, many hours spent doing this sort of thing, okay? So if you really like to play the piano, this is just part of playing the piano. And let's see how fast I can go. I'm not showing off, just seeing where the limits are here. Okay, not perfect, but that's okay. Now let's work on the left hand, everybody's favorite hand. Okay, so we're gonna do basically the same pattern, so I won't talk as much. Everything I said about the right hand holds true for the left hand. Even more so, if you're not left-handed, then you're gonna feel like your left hand isn't working as well as your right hand. There is only really one reason for that, and it is because you don't use your left hand as often as you use your right hand. So it's not as coordinated, it's not as quick to obey the demands of your brain, okay? That's all it means. It doesn't mean that you can't play with your left hand. It just means that you haven't really used it very much, and so you have to give it more attention. So let's start with first finger and second finger on G and F. So that was going in one direction, going down. Now we're going to go in the other direction, going up. So we start back at the fifth finger and do 8 times through. going down and going up, and now we're going to do the same thing faster. If it feels like it's too much to do 8 times for you on each set of fingers, just do 4. It's okay, you can build up to 8. If it's not enough, you can do 10, 16, whatever you like to do. A little bit faster now. Again, you can shake out your arm or leave it all together for the day. I'm going to go a little faster. Here we go. I think I only did 1 set of 8 here, but you get the idea. I'm going to go a little faster. Let's go even faster. And now just for fun, I'm going to see how fast I can do. See that my 5th and 4th finger were getting a little bit uneven sounding, and to me they felt like they were really working pretty hard because I also am right hand dominant. So my left hand is still a little bit, weaker than my right, but that's okay. Rarely are you gonna play, trills with your left hand 5th finger and 4th finger. I don't know, maybe I've done it, I don't remember. But anyway, it's a good exercise. Whether or not you'll ever use it, it still contributes toward your technique. So go ahead and practice it. And don't feel like you have to do this exercise, from slow to fast all in one day. I think I've already said that, but I just want to make sure that you understand this is a progress thing and it takes you however long it takes you. But I would recommend that you do a little bit every day. So that was the first exercise. I hope that you are patient with yourself and that you took lots of breaks and that you'll come back and do this about every day, just for a few minutes. Doesn't have to take up your entire practice time, but it will definitely contribute toward your overall technique. Even if you're not sure you're ever going to play trills, technique really isn't specific to doing one thing. Technique is being able to basically use your hands to do whatever you're trying to accomplish, okay? So make sure you stay slow enough. I keep saying that because it's really important. Practice often. Have fun. Let me know if you have any questions. Subscribe and click like on my videos. Find me on Instagram, the Piano Keys TPK. My website is thepianokeys.com, and on Facebook I'm at the Piano Keys. See you soon. Bye.